Welcome back to Dynamic Homeschool. So hopefully you clicked on this video because you're considering homeschooling and you're just not sure if it's the right choice. And I am here to tell you that the answer is yes. Yes, yes, yes. Do it. If you're thinking about it, just do it. But stay tuned and we can talk about it more. Okay, so you were trying to figure out if you want to homeschool, and the answer is yes, 100% yes. I'm going to assume something is happening within public school. Maybe your children haven't attended public school, but you're kind of like, I don't know if that's what I want to do yet. I don't know if I want to push them into that. Maybe something has happened and you want to pull them out and you're trying to figure out. My number one question would be, if you could send your kids to private school, would you do it? If cost was not a problem, would you send your kids to private school? If the answer is yes, then homeschooling is yes, 100%. And let's talk about private school. Why do people put private school on a pedestal and then public school? Why is private school looked at as a way better option than public? Well, for one, it's smaller class sizes. And we all know that having smaller class sizes allows the teacher to have more interaction with their students, to answer more questions, to have better, rich dialogue with their students compared to public school. Public school is kind of, you've got to fit into this mold because they're trying to manage a lot of children at once, and so they have to have very strict routines and strict rules to make sure that everybody can stay on pace and everybody's learning at the same time. Private school is not like that. Another one would be the individualized curriculum. At private schools, you could find, because you're paying, you could find a private school that's more geared towards what your children want to be in the future or what you think your children would be in the future. If you have pre-med students and you think, yes, medical field is where, you could probably find a private school that would offer pre-med courses that would be geared towards that. If you had a student, if your child was more into STEM and engineering and science-y stuff, you could find a private school geared towards that, and you're paying for it. So they're getting this individualized curriculum that is geared towards their interest. So that's a huge win. What's another one? Another one would be the teachers. So in this article in US News, and it's titled Private School versus Public School, they state that private school teachers are not certified as public school teachers are required to be, which means that they are allowed, private schools are allowed to hire subject matter experts with advanced degrees within the subject that they're trying to teach. Which means, unlike public school teachers who just have a background in education, a bachelor's in education, and then they choose a curriculum and they're teaching it, at private schools, they're hiring people who went to school for that specific curriculum or for that specific subject. So they're getting experts in that. So could you imagine when it comes to testing? So within this article, they mention the worldwide testing, right? Done by the National Assessment of Educational Progress, which is a mandated program that is governed by the by the Department of Education. And so within these statistics, we'll see that private school is outranking public school in a majority of all areas. And the reasons are for the reasons we just discussed before. So let's look at homeschool. Let's think about homeschool. Homeschooling, you have far smaller classes and you have one child and it's you. Imagine the wealth of conversations that you have and the depth of conversations and the guidance that you can give your child. You thought private school was great. Imagine at homeschool. Another one would be specialized or individualized curriculum. You as their parent know what's best for them. And so you can find that curriculum and do the same thing that a teacher at public school is going to do, where they're going to go through the curriculum. You can get to go through that with your child and have even more richer conversations. Or expert material. You are an expert in your child. Hopefully, I would hope you're an expert in your child, or you're learning, or you're wanting to learn. So you also can provide a rich education for them. So if you've considered, or if you could send them to private school, public or homeschooling offers the exact same thing, but so much better. So again, at the very beginning, I said that homeschooling was a yes. If you are here and you clicked on this video and you're trying to decide, the answer is yes. I, a random person in this world who decided to post this video and telling you after 9 years of homeschooling that it is truly the best. So please just try it and take the leap. But hopefully you do it, and happy homeschooling.